Hey guys, Cape Gaming here. We're doing another video about Battlefield 4. This one specifically on the different playstyles you're able to implement now in Battlefield 4. So from Battlefield 3, we've seen a bunch of changes, specifically the change of weapons. So the Engineer now has the PDWs and the carbines to choose from, since the carbines are you can use in all classes. And then more importantly, I think, is the field upgrades. We're not using perks like Battlefield 3. We have the offensive and defensive field upgrades that any class can use, and each class has two class-specific ones, which in the case of Engineer happens to be the Mechanic and Anti-Tank. And I've chosen some gear and weapon loadouts that I think would fit these two specific field upgrade paths really nicely. So for Engineer, what I'd recommend is you taking in a repair tool, an EOD bot, and a PDW or a shotgun. The reason why I give you a PDW and shotgun is because, let's say you're inside a vehicle, or you're repairing one, and you're gonna want to take out guys that are like running around the sides or in close range because they're gonna want to throw a C4 or get in range with their grenade launchers or rocket launchers. EOD bot and repair tool obviously because you can repair your own tanks and your vehicles. Now for anti-tank, what I recommend is, of course, you take an RPG, whatever one you prefer, the SRA, SMA, STRA, RPG, or whatever you want to do. That's something actually I really like, is how they have a wide range of different rocket launchers, and they all have different stats, because I know SMA and the RPG had just about the same stats in Battlefield 3, except for the trajectory. But yeah, you take a RPG with you and the AT mine, which I haven't seen implemented that well, but maybe that's just me. But I think those could be really, really, really effective. And I'd recommend taking a carbine with this loadout. But for carbines, as you're seeing right now in the gameplay, I'm using the AK-5, which actually has a really slow rate of fire at 700. But the recoil, I feel, is like almost non-existent. I have I'm pretty sure I have the muzzle brake on to take out some of the recoil that it does have, and I have the vertical grip, and I absolutely love this. Like I have higher accuracy in this than my 416, or even my DMRs that I'm using. Actually, no, that's not true. I have higher accuracy with my DMRs. But I really like the range I can put on. I can take these guys out. I can use it in close range, medium range. Even take some guys out at far range with the magnifier. But I think Engineer is just about the same as it was in Battlefield 3 as in terms of effectiveness, because it still does have the carbine. You can use that. You can use the DMRs. These submachine guns, I've noticed I've tried to use them in modes outside of Team Deathmatch, and I really can't find a use for them. Unless, like I suggested, you're constantly in a tank or a vehicle that you're constantly jumping out of, you want to clear guys around, help your buddies out. But outside of that and Team Deathmatch, I don't see much of a use for them, unless I start getting the UMPs or I want to get the PDWR, because those have longer ranges. But the recoil is just too big for me to handle. That's something I need to work on myself, but right now I feel like the PDWs have taken they're really, I don't see really room for them in Battlefield right now. But that's all I have for right now. I'm gonna have tons more videos like this in the future. I'll have, of course, one on assault, support, and the recon class. So shoot me some comments in the comment section. Subscribe to this channel, and